For more, I'm now joined by Leland Vittert, NewsNation's chief Washington anchor and host of On Balance with Leland Vittert. Leland, the fact that we don't have a shooter or suspect in custody this morning, nearing 24 hours later, is frightening. It's frightening for Kirk's family. It's frightening for that Utah campus and community. Your reaction to what we know, but also what we don't know so far?
Markie, just from the idea that we have no idea who did this is stunning. And you just think about in the past when we've had a major political assassination in America, how quickly a suspect was apprehended. And we sort of had that closure of understanding who did it, and also realized that there was not a continuing threat. That doesn't exist right now. So I think you can imagine the Secret Service looking at things very differently with Vice President Vance, maybe even with President Trump, especially considering how professional, or at least experienced, or at least thoughtful and sophisticated this attack was. Sources that I've talked to who understand this say that there was an awful lot of planning and preparation and work that went into this. For that one shot from 600 feet away, 200 yards away, to be the fatal shot was not luck. This was somebody who planned a lot, and Kirk had a lot of security around him. The tent that was over him was in large part to prevent sniper attacks. There was defensible space around him. He had his own security detail. So whoever did this did not wake up yesterday morning and say, I want to change the political conversation in America. The second thought, and I think you said it really well, sad day for America. And very rarely do we lose someone in America who had the kind of influence Charlie Kirk did, but also who had the same kind of personal relationships with our leaders and with so many reporters, television anchors, television
on both sides of the
pundits
aisle.
On both sides. And there's a lot of Democrats I've been talking to who are heartbroken because they lost a friend. Not they agreed with him, but because they liked him.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him sit down with Governor Gavin Newsom before, Newsom praising his work. Democrats wanted to work with him because they know if his massive platform would reach millions of people. I know, watching your show last night, you described this as preventable and predictable. Elaborate more on that. And is this something he obviously knew he faced threats each time he went to a speech or an event like this? Is this something that you expected?
Well, he talked about it a lot, about the threats that he received and the death threats and the threats of violence against him and the harassment. When I say preventable and predictable, for the past couple of years, I and others have said, when you call Republicans Nazis and the Gestapo, and you say that they are a threat to democracy and that the republic is going to end, and as Chris Murphy, senator from Connecticut, said on Sunday, we are at war, and in war you have to do everything that is necessary. Sooner or later, someone is going to take you up on that. And we've seen over the past 18, 20 months, people follow through on what the obvious conclusion to those statements are. So yes, it is a predictable and preventable problem in America. What made America different, and I advisedly say that in the past tense, was we didn't have this kind of thing. You know, the assassinations of political leaders or political commentators was something that happened in South America and other places, not in America. The fact that it's happening here is just awful.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.